Hi guys, this is Ava from Bay Harbor Med Spa in Miami Laser Hair Removal, and this is a video that I'm making for my South Florida crowd, or for all the people that watch my videos that come for laser hair removal, and of course mostly people come from South Florida, but yeah, I have people come from other parts of the world because of my Cool Glide machine, my laser hair removal machine that is specifically targeted and made for black skin, dark pigmented skin, so it doesn't discolor the skin. Uh, I'm going to talk about now a subject that I forget, but I ever so often am reminded, and I was reminded today. I had two girlfriends. They're actually from the Bahamas. They're black girls. They came today for laser hair removal. That was their first treatment today. And they surprisingly asked me how to remove the hair. And when I said that you have to shave the hair, they said, "Oh, Jesus, oh my God, uh, shaving the hair." So, ladies, gentlemen, all of you out there that listen and watch my videos, I have to explain why you must shave your hair when you come to do Cool Glide laser hair removal in my clinic. Why you cannot wax it, why you cannot pluck it, why only shaving is the only method to remove the hairs, and why it's not a disaster. So first of all, let me explain you something. This is how it works. A laser, my Cool Glide, a laser beam. What is a laser beam? A laser beam is a very powerful beam of heat and light. And that beam is calibrated, so it's calibrated, right? And that particular beam is calibrated, and it's calibrated so that the output of the beam that it shoots the laser out comes in a specific size. So the laser beam is less than half a centimeter long, which would be about this much between my two fingers. That's about half a centimeter. The reason it's that small size is because that's about the size of your hair shaft, of the follicle that's under your skin that goes down to the root. So what happens is, and I know my daughter said that I'm crazy, that I am animating this with my hands, and you guys think that it is so silly, but this is the way I explain it, and this is the way it is, and this is how you will understand it. Okay, guys? So follow my animation. This is your skin. This is the surface of your skin. This is your hair follicle under the skin, right? We understand? This is the hair follicle under the skin, correct? Skin, hair follicle. Now, every human's hair follicle has a blood vessel, a capillary at the end of it. This is a capillary. This is a blood vessel that's connected to this hair follicle. Now, what happens is this. Remember I said that the laser beam is calibrated. It's only about half a centimeter long. So, guys, let's pretend that this is half a centimeter long. Let's pretend that this is the skin. Now I will show you something. Let's pretend that this is the pore, the opening, right? We have pores. This is your hair. Now we'll stick the hair out, right? So now let's look. You have the hair coming out. And now let's see what happens. The hair is out here. So let's say the size of this hair is 1/4 of a centimeter. So it's about this big. And then there is another 1/4 of a centimeter under the skin. Why do you have to shave it? Now I'll explain you why. Because in order for the laser beam to destroy the follicle, it has to be able, the laser beam has to be able to go all the way down here, all the way down to the bottom, and here that blood vessel gets actually cauterized, separated from this follicle if the hair is in the growing stage. But I won't bore you with that. But here's what happens. So skin, hair follicle, this is actually a sac. and the hair sits in there. Each follicle has a blood capillary that's feeding it. How does laser destroy the follicle? When the laser beam goes down, it cauterizes, separates this blood vessel from here. Well, if this no longer can supply food, which means blood and hormones and vitamins, this will die. But here's what happens. Remember I said the pore, this is the pore, this is the hair that's sticking out. So now let's see. There is hair, half the hair is sticking out, whatever the size be. When the laser goes over, if the hair is sticking out, the laser will burn the part that's sticking out, because the laser is made in such a way that it's attracted to the color of the hair. And since this hair is black, right, or dark, the laser will go, and since the hair is outside, the energy of the laser will be first of all absorbed here on what's outside. So let's just say for simplification, half of your hair is outside, the other half is down. The energy of the laser burns the part that is outside, and instead going now down all the way, which has to be that half a centimeter, it can only go down quarter of a centimeter, because the other quarter was already absorbed outside. And this is why you must shave the hair before we do laser, the day before, the same day, I don't care. Why? Because this is what has to happen. If this is your pore, this is the hair. It has to be flush with the surface of your skin, so that when the laser beam goes over it, it will see into the pore, it will see something dark. The laser beam is attracted to the melanin of the hair that it sees here in the pore. So if this is the hair, it sees something dark, and it goes all the way down. And if this hair follicle is in the growing stage, it will cauterize, the beam will go down, cauterize this blood vessel, and this hair follicle will die, and within a week it will push out, fall out, and finito la commedia, no more hair. This is why you must shave before laser, because otherwise it won't work properly, because the laser won't be able to go down. Only half of the laser beam will be able to go down, because the other half was already absorbed on the surface. Remember? The surface outside of the skin. This is why you have to shave it. It has to be flush with your skin, and then the laser can go all the way down and can destroy the follicle if the follicle is in the growing stage. A growing stage basically means human hair grows in 3 stages. A full hair growth cycle is 3 months. And we have only 2 weeks for any hair to be in the growing stage every 3 months. So therefore, it's also a process. So when the hair is in the growing stage for 2 weeks, then the follicle will be destroyed. If the hair is not in the growing stage, the follicle, it's in the second stage, the follicle will be somewhat damaged. Slow growth, because it's not in the growing stage, it's in the between stage. And then if it's in the third stage, the sleeping stage, nothing will happen. Theoretically, if you just say, but what does it mean? It means growing stage under the skin. You know our body is over 75% water. When the follicle is in the growing stage, skin, hair, under the skin, this whole area is surrounded by salt water. That means growing stage. When the hair is in the second stage, only half is surrounded by salt water, not the other half. Therefore, there cannot be a total destruction, only somewhat a damage to the capillary, because there is not enough salt water to create that reaction under the follicle. And third stage, no water whatsoever. The hair sleeps 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, can sleep however long. So that's why you must shave before you come and do laser. I hope I explained it the best way I can. Until next time, thank you. Ciao, guys.